You know what we got showed today, Jays fans? That offense is fun. Homers are fun. And wild comebacks against the Boston Red Sox, oh, those are sweet as well. The Toronto Blue Jays, somehow, some way, come back from a 6-0 deficit to the Boston Red Sox. But it wasn't just 6-0 like in the first inning. No. It was 6-0 going into the bottom half of the sixth. And the Blue Jays, this is what we've talked about so often, how this offense is you have to string 4 singles together to get 1 run. Right? That's been the whole thing. Well, you know what you don't need to do to string 4 freaking hits? You start hitting dangers. And what did we see happen in that bottom half of the 6th inning? Dalton Varsho, so nice to see him back, made that ridiculous catch in center field. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday against Jarren Duran. Ridiculous stuff there. And today, gets a ball about middle away, yanks it to right field, and it's gone! First homer of the year for Dalton Varsho. George Springer scores as well. It's a 2-run shot. It's 6-2. Doesn't feel like anything at the time. Well, then the Jays go back-to-back. Alejandro Kirk, on his bobblehead day, goes back-to-back, his second homer of the year. It's 6-3. The Jays cut the deficit in half. But as a Blue Jays fan, you're thinking, oh, look at this fun 3 runs, but we're still down 3. And with this offense, yeah, right. But you know what can change that? A single here, a duck snort there, and a blast. And what did we see happen in the very next inning in the bottom half of the 7th against Garrett Whitlock? It starts off with Andreas Jimenez getting out, but then Ernie singles to center field. Bo then flies out. So if you got 1st and 2 out, doesn't, wherever we see it happens all the time for the Jays. Then Vladdy rips one to left field for a single, and we're like, yep, we're back to single mode. And Santander at the plate, tying run, gets a ball up in the zone. Kind of an off-speed pitch. Pretty bad, actually. It was a pretty awful pitch. And Santander doesn't miss it. Drives it to right. You see the emotion on his face, and it's gone. Somehow the Jays have crawled back down 6-0 and scored 6 runs in 2 innings, and they've tied the game at 6. First time this year they've gone back-to-back. First time this year they have hit 3 homers in a game. And second time this year they've had a guy hit a 3-run homer. Isn't it fun? Now, comebacks are crazy, they're fun, but homers are fun, and they're game breakers. Right? Let's say the Jays got a couple more singles in that 7th inning, and they scored another run and made it 6-4, but then you need a couple more to score another 2 runs. No, one swing in the damn bat can change a ball game, and it did today. Santander's biggest moment as a Blue Jay. And then we go to the later innings. Obviously, 8th inning can't score. 9th inning can't score with Aroldis Chapman on the hill. And you go to the 10th inning after Jeff Hoffman continues to shove. And in that bottom of the 10th, some crazy things happen. Santander back at the dish, and I'm thinking this is his moment, right? He's already get the 3-run shot to tie it, has a chance to walk it off, and he drills this thing to dead center field. But it looks like Rafaela had to, I wouldn't say back up, but he wasn't ready for a throw. Vladdy sees that, goes back to tag, tags up and goes to third. An incredibly risky play. But he must have seen how he read the ball, didn't read it great. Didn't get behind the baseball. When you're an outfielder, you want to get behind the ball and kind of run in on your forward momentum to get a good throw off if you need to. He, I guess, didn't. I have to look back at the replay, but Vladdy takes off for third. Ball hits him on the way. He looks like he would have been safe anyways, but regardless of that, it hits him on the way to third base. He slides in safely. A really big extra 90 feet for the Toronto Blue Jays there. And so now you've got, Vladdy at third with only 1 out. You just got to get it in the air or something. And George Springer at the dish ends up getting a 3-1 count for him, and they intentionally walk him. Which, I get it, double play coming up. But then up comes Dalton Varsho. And you think to yourself, there's swing and miss there, but he's also quick. So double plays are no guarantee. Well, they decide to put him on. Here's the 4 pitches, go to first base. Bases are now loaded for Alejandro Kirk. Again, it makes sense. Ground ball machine, He ain't quick. We all know that. And he's a double play candidate. We get that stuff. Kirky at the dish, gets a ball up in the zone, drives it to left field. They had the outfield in, right, because they needed to get Vladdy at the plate. It goes over their head, no questions asked. Ball game, Blue Jays win it, and Kirky walks it off on his freaking bobblehead day. Does this mean anything moving forward for this team? Who the hell knows right now? But all I know is that this was a fun, come-from-behind victory that nobody, absolutely no one saw this thing coming. But who cares? They win the ball game. And they're 14-16 on the season, so it's still no good. But enjoy tonight. Enjoy. We've watched, I mean, my God, did you watch Toronto sports last night? Yeah, you needed some positivity. You got some tonight. Bo Bichette went 2 for 5. More singles, I guess. Vladdy 1 for 5, but honestly, I don't care. He had a single and scored a run and scored the game-winning run in extra innings. And I picked up a big 90 feet. That's fine. If you're going to make an impact like that, fine. Santander, 1 for 5. I don't care. 3-run shot. Big-time stuff there. George Springer did go 0 for 2, but he walked twice in the ball game. Dalton Varsho, 2 for 4. Drove in a couple runs. Scored a run. Home run, obviously. Kirky, 2 for 5 with the runs scored. 2 RBIs. A homer for him. And Ernie Clement went 2 for 4 in the 9-hole, which I think is very important for him. He was a big part of this team last year. And he had a pretty awful start to this season. He's still just doing a lot of hitting singles, but he has a 3-game hit streak going, so you want to take that and kind of hopefully move forward with it, because you'd like to find a guy at third base that can play there every day, and Ernie Clement would be a guy to have down there, but we'll see how it goes. 10 hits for the Blue Jays, and they scored, 7 runs? 7 runs on 10 hits. When you leave the ballpark, it just happens. It's fun, man. It's awesome. 8 strikeouts, walked twice. It doesn't mean this team is all of a sudden an offensive dynamo, because they're not. But because every blind squirrel finds a nut, and the Jays found their nut today. Can they do it more tomorrow? We'll see. But I'm not putting money on it. But there's one big elephant in the room, though. The come from behind win, great. The offense, great. The 5th starter spot for the Blue Jays is a nightmare. Yariel Rodriguez was no good today. Threw an inning, allowed a couple hits, walked 2, allowed a homer, allowed 2 runs, was not good. Eric Lauer was fine. 4 innings, 3 hits, couple runs, 4 strikeouts, walked a couple. He's fine. In the area of 450 in those 4 innings, so it's not horrific. Chad Green wasn't good in his inning of work, though. Allowed a hit, a walk, 2 earned runs, allowed a 2-run shot. Not very good for him. He's had a little bit of a struggle to start the season. Jimmy Garcia, elite. And this is when the game got tight again, right? Jimmy Garcia, elite inning of work, no base runners or strikeout. Brendan Little, that knuckle curve is disgusting. Threw an inning, allowed 1 hit, but got a couple strikeouts as per usual. Jeff Hoffman. This is why I want this team to get more leads, because this guy is absolute dynamite coming out of the bullpen. 2 clean innings, no hits, no walks, 3 punch-outs. Just elite stuff for Jeff Hoffman. He's 3-0 now on the season. The Jays, like regardless of what this does for this team, it was a big win today. Morale-wise and everything. The fan base has been in turmoil. We all see how bad it's been. And they've won 1 game in almost 2 weeks. It's been pretty freaking awful to watch. So to go out there today, get a big come-from-behind victory, try and build on it, because let's be honest, you win that game tomorrow, Tanner Houck's on the mound, and he's been pathetic for the Red Sox to start the year. I mean, the Jays' offense, not good, so we'll see. But Jose Berrios for the Blue Jays at 7:07. You have a chance to win that game, win the series, and so far to start the season series against the Red Sox, I believe they'd be 5-2, which is great. And you win that game, they're 17-15, we're 14-16, so we'd be 15-16, but they'd be 16-17. They're kind of right there with us. We'd really be crawling ourselves back into the AL East spot with a win tomorrow night. Does it mean much? I don't know. Yankees lost to the Orioles today, so you gained a game on them as well. It's all bundled up in the American League East. It really, really is. The Jays are 4 back. Are they 4 back? No, sorry, they're 3.5 back. Who cares? Who cares about games back after 1 win? But tomorrow could be an interesting one, right? Because then you open up a 3-game weekend set against the Cleveland Guardians, who are one of the better teams in the Central. So we'll see how that one goes before the off day on Monday. It's not an easy stretch for the Blue Jays. Find a way to get a dub tomorrow. And vibes have turned around. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub today, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. I will talk to you guys Leafs edition tomorrow night. 7 o'clock puck drop in Ottawa. Just going to leave that there. For the Toronto Blue Jays, the finale of this 3-game set against the Red Sox could just turn this thing completely around tomorrow night. Tanner Houck, Jose Berrios, 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center, looking to really build off of this win tonight. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game, the finish to today's game. Talk to you guys then.